Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Corner. It is time once again for Andy's HVAC tech tips of the day. Today's tech tip comes from it comes from a phrase that I find very important in our career, and the abbreviation is F.I.T.F.O. F-I-T-F-O. So take a minute and see if you can figure out what F.I.T.F.O. stands for. There's a lot of people out there. Don't worry, I'll tell you here in a minute. But keep trying to think about it. There are a lot of people ask, what does it take to be a service tech? What does it take to do heating and air? That kind of thing. And it takes a lot of things. It takes what I call tech ability. I come up with all kinds of weird words that don't really mean anything, and they're not real words, but I like to use them. So tech ability to me, means that you have to be a little bit mechanically inclined. You have to have some common sense. You have to have the ability to see a problem and understand what it's going to take to fix it and that kind of thing. But to me, it also includes F.I.T.F.O. There's a lot of different things that it takes to do our job, and there's all kinds of training that you can get, and there's all kinds of books you can read. There's videos you can watch. Make sure you subscribe to Andy's Corner while I'm on here talking about it. I got to stick that in there. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and then hit the little notification bell up there so you get notifications every time a new video comes out. Next time I will see how much faster I can say that. But, there's all these different things that you have to have. And F.I.T.F.O. stands for figure it the frick out. Notice I did say frick. I didn't say what you were thinking. So, figure it the frick out. That is part of, in my opinion, one of the biggest things that we have to be able to do in our job to be able to do our job or be successful at it at all. I mean, just figure it out. That's what heating and air guys do. And, if you're new to the industry or you're thinking about coming into the industry, anything like that, I mean, you need to sit back and think, am I able to figure situations out? And I understand that, fresh in the trade or never been in the trade and coming in or something like that, you haven't had any training, you haven't had any education on heating and air. I get it. It's going to be a little bit harder to figure things out. I understand that. I'm not saying you have to be able to figure everything out right off the bat, but you have to be able to look at things and say, okay, this is the problem, this is the situation, this is what it's going to take to remedy that situation, and to just do it. So F.I.T.F.O. is figure it the frick out, because that's just what we have to do sometimes. Whenever you see a problem, you have to decide what it's going to take to fix it. You have to be able to communicate well to the client as far as this is what it takes, this is what it's going to cost, this is what you need to do, this is what you should do, and now I'm going to do it. So, there's all those little things in there, but one of the biggest things that we need is the mindset that we just have to figure it out. There's all kinds of things. Like I said, you have to have that technical training of some sorts, be it on the job training or schooling, education, whatever. We have to have all that to be able to do the job. But, there's a lot of situations out there, and I mean, more situations than not are situations that come up that isn't in a textbook. We have all kinds of non-textbook fixes. We have all kinds of scenarios and situations that we run into on a daily basis that nobody could have told us a lot of times. It's just those little things that come up that we just have to figure out how to take care of it. So, I mean, that's part of what we do, because, I mean, in heating and air or any kind of HVAC, if you're doing refrigeration, you're doing, if you're doing residential, you're doing commercial, whatever, you can only be taught so many of these little things. So we have to be able to figure it out. I mean, if it means drilling a hole and putting an extra bolts in it, if it means running a screw here, if it means wiring something differently than what, you were taught to wire it, obviously do everything the safe way. Don't rewire things and hurt something. You know what I mean? But my point is, if you come across something, don't freak out just because it's not in a book somewhere. Just evaluate the situation, see what needs to happen, explain it to whoever needs to know, and then do it. And just, figure it out. That's what we do. So not everything is textbook, and that's really all I wanted to get out there today. Is it can't all be textbook. I mean, we live in the real world. HVAC, we do all, we mess with electrical a little bit. We do sheet metal fabrication. Once in a while we're carpenters. Once in a while we're plumbers. Once in a while, I mean, you name it. We do a little bit of everything with what we do. So sometimes we just have to figure it out. So when in doubt, just remember F.I.T.F.O. That's remember Andy said it. F.I.T.F.O. Figure it the frick out, or change words, whatever you want to do. But just figure it out. and you'll do just fine. So any questions, anything like that, make sure you hit me up in the comments below. Thank you and God bless.